Hi Marco.
Hi.
So how happy are you with how you've started the season so far?
About Premier League, of course, we started really well. I think the overall of our first 3 games we did well. We got points, important points for us. Even regarding our performance, we could even have more points right now than what we achieved. But we started well. Every time and all the games we were there, I felt our team there from the first until last minutes, with up and downs during the game as normal, playing against very good sides and different type of games as well. In most of the moments of the games, we deal well with our opposition sides, and we show the organization and the quality and the commitment and desire that we should play every single match.
And less than a week left before the transfer deadline, you've been linked with a few names, namely Justin Kluivert, Sergio Reguilon, Levon Kurzawa. Could we see you saying any of those names?
No, we have to. Of course, you have to wait. We have been linked with so many players from the beginning of the market. Some they are true, other are not so true. Some we tried and we unfortunately couldn't. It's what it is. We have to do it something. I expected to do early in the market. Of course, when I spoke last time with you guys here, of course I expected something, and unfortunately for us, we go for another game, not with the solutions we should have on the bench at this level. But it's what it is, and let's hope until 31st the things change for us, because the players, they have been working really hard. They have been playing really well as well, but they need help. Definitely, and let's see what we can do.
And you were strongly linked with Neil Maupay. How close were you to signing him?
Maybe you have the news already, and will be. It's true that we're linked. It's true that was really close to come, but I think he's going for another club.
And Willian has been training with you. Have you spoken to him about a possible contract?
No, it's a different situation. I would just want to talk to you about our players, and right now Willian is not our player. I'm here just to talk about our players.
We understand that the club are open for offers for some fringe players like Nocker, Cavallero, Congolo, Joe Brown. Do you have any updates on the future of those players?
Let's see. Of course, we are working with the players, with their agents. They are working as well to clarify their future. I think for all of them it's important to get a club to start playing football. All good professionals, good people. Technical decisions to don't be part of the squad, and I hope that they can find a club where they can play and perform at their best level, because I would like to see them playing at their best level, and of course I'm always here hoping that they can do it well.
And last question from me: do you have any team news ahead of the game against Arsenal?
No, everything is not news, not really big updates from the last game. We have to check the situation of Cabano day by day to see if he's or not out of the game. It's probably too soon to give you 100% sure about it, and all the other situations are the same.
Thank you.
Hi. You said before, in a quote I saw from you earlier this week, you said you still needed 3 or 4. Is that 3 or 4 to go into the team, or, as you mentioned earlier, is it to bulk out the bench and the rest of the squad?
It's 4 players that we need, 4 players clear that we need. And as all the others, when the players they come in, they have to show their quality, and they have to show that they are better options than what we have. Football is so easy in this situation. Of course, when you sign players, you don't sign players for the starting 11 or for the bench. You sign players to be Fulham Football Club players, and this is the main thing. And of course, after their performance, their daily basis work will make me to decide in one way or the other. But they will be, and I hope they can be, because that means we signed the 4 players that we need. They'll be Fulham football players, and of course after the 11 or bench will be my decision.
You said before the start of the season, I think the last press conference before the start of the season, that the squad is not ready, but you're 3 games in, you're unbeaten, you're drawn with Liverpool and so on. Are you perhaps more ready than you thought at that stage?
No. And if you push a little bit the movie back, I haven't said that at the squad. I said that our players, they are ready here. The players that they have been working from the first day, they did a pre-season with us, and was before the game in Liverpool. I said, our players, they are ready. And I repeat again, definitely they are ready, and they have been showed that, and they show from the first game, and they will keep showing that, playing some moments really well, other moments as well, but they are ready. Our squad wasn't ready. Because if you look last game at home, I'm not saying about Liverpool, even last game at home, that the thing changed from that moment, because we signed more 3 players for last game at home. We play with one adaptation on the right winger, and you look for our bench, you didn't have one solution for the attack line. When I say that the squad is not ready, it's clear that we are not ready for that situation. Our players here, they are 100% ready. I have to congratulate them every single day for the work they have been doing. Really hard, working really hard. The new players, they are settling in as well. When I spoke overall about our squad. And of course, we have to complete the squad because we are going 4 games. And tomorrow will be the same without options, attacking options on the bench. And at this level that you are, is almost impossible to deal in this way.
You talk about players being ready. One player who's definitely shown he's ready is Aleksandar Mitrović, and we've seen at Arsenal, your opponents, Gabriel Jesus has come in, he's got off to a flying start as well. How much is that a case of players really thriving because they've got managers who really believe in what they can do, when perhaps previous managers or where they've been before, they haven't perhaps had that 100% faith in what they can do?
I don't know in the past. I don't know what's happened in the past. And my players, they know that when they go inside the pitch, they have full confidence from myself, my staff, their teammates, to play at their best level. Of course, after you have to play in a way that you can take the best from your players, and of course, and a striker like Mitrović, you have to take the best from him, but to deliver from him to as well. Where is his strongest part in the game? Of course, with all the others, we are working with him as well to keep improving, and he's always open to learn. He's always open to improve every single day, and not just Mitrović. Of course, the connection from the first day between us is being fantastic. He's being really good. He's improving every time. Every time we know better each other, and he knows better myself. The way I manage all the situations, the connection is getting stronger. But of course, it's not just with him. All the players, when they go inside the pitch, they know everything what they should do or not, and they have all the support from ourselves.
Just look at your opponents, Arsenal. This time last year, they played 3, lost 3, and lots of people, Arsenal fans and so on, were calling for the manager to go. They stuck with him this season, played 3, won 3, top of the table. How much is that an example to other clubs about backing your manager and his beliefs and giving him the resources and the time he needs to build what he wants to build?
I think he's one of the best examples, definitely. He's one of the best examples. When you believe in the people that is in charge of your club, in managing your club as well, and then you believe in the staff, cannot be one bad run or cannot be one bad man, even if they are one of the biggest clubs in this country. Cannot be one bad month or 3 or 4 bad games that can change everything. That you believe. Of course, after the time we'll put everything in the right track again, and the time supporting him, and of course it's clear what they did in the market, that some pieces that they brought in, and they give that extra that they needed probably, of course, and they started really well. They are confident, they are playing well, they are creating great dynamics inside the pitch as well, and of course they have been a tough team to play against, and will be tough for us as well. But to answer direct to you, is definitely not just with him, with them. Is a good example the way they support him, and they support the rumours around and all the noise around the club, and they support him. But you have more examples in Premier League as well. The coaches with so long time in some football clubs that in the beginning the things wasn't really good. But they stuck with them, and of course after the time and with more time working, the things went in the right track.
Do you think Arsenal, when you look at them now, of course it's very early in the season, but do you see them sustaining this and being genuine contenders this season that can not just compete for a top 4 place, but perhaps challenge right at the top of the table?
I don't know. What I can tell you, of course, Premier League is tough. Premier League is it's not a race, it's like a marathon, and you have to be every single match really on the top. I'm not even the right person to talk about him if they will be a contenders for one thing or the other. It's more for Arteta to talk about that than myself. I can talk to you about what they did last three games in the beginning of the season, the way they started the pre-season as well, and they are playing good football. They are confident. You can see from the first minute of the first game the way they started as well. Okay, some players, one or two players that they came in and they add something different for them as well. I think Gabriel Jesus is a good example. Central defense is another good example as well, and of course they add something important for them because in the past they had a lot of individual quality as well. Of course, they are in a good moment. It will be tough for us, but we are in a good moment as well. Of course, you want to go there to match them and to challenge them, to embrace the challenge. That will be a tough challenge for us, definitely, but we want to play the game and to match them.
And just finally from me, I mean, you've got a draw against Liverpool. We've seen Brentford and Brighton beat Manchester United. We've seen Newcastle hold Manchester City. Leeds beat Chelsea. These results that we've had at the start of the season, is that an indication that perhaps this will be a tighter Premier League? We won't perhaps see teams getting 90 points or whatever. We will see some of the top sides dropping more points and more competition from the teams below them.
Let's see. We have to wait a little bit more. Of course, sometimes in the beginning of the season, because the market's still open, sometimes the pre-seasons with a lot of travels, a lot of things as well. Some clubs, because they don't have the squad complete the right time, or they have to do different type of pre-seasons as well. They are not in their top level. I think we have to wait a little bit more time to see if that gap will be really big between the 2 or 3 clubs with the other clubs that they compete for the Champions League, and the clubs that they compete for the 7th spot and the 8th spot as well, and all the first half of the table. Let's see what will happen, but the beginning of the season is being really competitive, and I think it's good as everything what everyone wants to see. To the fans, they enjoy, the people that they are watching at home, they enjoy as well, and I think is a good feeling.